Hi, my name is Ganeev,
And my name is Arjun.
and welcome back to AFL Podcast, the best fighting podcast. Today we have a special guest here. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Renzo Valdez. I'm 17 years old. I'm a professional and amateur Muay Thai fighter. My record is 5-3, and I'm Filipino, and I lived most of my life in Thailand.
So Renzo, tell us a little bit about when you started fighting.
I started training at a pretty young age, but fighting I started last year. Um, my first competition locally in UAE was kickboxing, and I fought twice. I got second place because the federation gave me the wrong timings. Yeah, but yeah, federation. Delete that shit. I should delete that shit. No, we're doing shit again. Cut out the part that says you. Kickboxing, and after that I fought Muay Thai. I lost my first fight, but I didn't lose every loss. I count it as a lesson and a blessing and an experience. After that competition, I went to Thailand and I did a camp for 2 weeks, and then I fought in Bangla Boxing Stadium in Phuket. I fought some Thai guy and I knocked him out with an elbow at the third round. It was honestly a really hard fight because it was professional. No gear, no anything. And it hurt a lot, but it was a beautiful experience, and I hope to experience it again.
So, where do you train now, and how do you feel about it? Like, how's the community where you train?
Currently, I train in Tiger Kickboxing, and it'll stay that way. I'm gonna stay in Tiger Kickboxing. Tiger Kickboxing is the number one gym in the Dubai. I'm not sure about UAE because cut that too. In Tiger Kickboxing, the best gym in my opinion in the whole of Dubai. Number one, at Coach Ahmed Rashad. How I feel about the community and the fighters and the team is honestly it's really nice. Everyone's really close to each other. It's like a family, and like we all help each other out. Especially when we get to the hotels, it's you guys should experience that seriously.
So, what really got you into fighting, and what do you think about your career so far, like in fighting?
Well, what got me into fighting is my dad is a fighter too, so he brought me into it. I forgot to mention this, but I first started off with karate. I fought once. I got absolutely destroyed, but it was a good experience. Everything is an experience, even if I lose or win. But my dad is a fighter, and then he brought me into the sport. And what I think about my career right now, I'm not complaining, but I'll be honest with you, it's horrible. I have expected so many more medals, so many more championships, but I'm grateful for everything. Thank God, and more to come. Yes, 2025, we're gonna get 5 golds.
So, I've heard at the age of 16, you've had a professional fight. Tell me how that experience was.
One of the scariest moments in my life. I was in the stadium, I was shaking, I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was so close to telling my coaches, take my gloves off, I don't wanna do this anymore. But I fought through it because, well, it's an experience, and I wasn't too confident going into the fight, but I won the fight. The atmosphere in the stadium was honestly amazing. Everyone was shouting, everyone was screaming. The commentator was really, really annoying, but it was really good. I liked it. I hope to do it again because I'm trying to knock someone out again. I'm trying to fight for a belt.
So, I just want to say Renzo's one of the only people I know who, before a fight, he won't be nervous at all. Like, he'll be joking around and he'll be like cheering everyone up. And last time we were warming up for my fights because we're both heavyweights, so we both fight around the same time in the fights, right? How's it like being open weight?
I need to cut a lot.
You need to cut a lot.
I'm like half. I need to cut to like 81. I'm half of Ganev's height and with the same weight. It's really bad for me. I fight giants and I can barely reach their face. I almost knocked out a guy, by the way, and he was like 6'5".
Oh. What was his name?
No comment.
You know, fighting is probably one of the most dangerous sports, arguably. So, have you ever got any injuries, suffered any like causes because of fighting?
Because one of the main reasons we made this podcast was to keep fighters aware and to keep them safe, because it's a very hard sport. Lots of injuries. Me and Arjun have suffered many injuries, and almost every fighter you know has been through something traumatic, which has risked their career. So Renzo, how's this experience been like for you, for injuries and suffering in the sport?
I broke my leg. Wallah, I broke my leg. I was sparring once. I didn't break my leg. The bone was cracked and
Fracture.
yeah, that thing, fracture. I got fractured. I was sparring, then I walked back like an idiot, and then I fell on my ankle. I swear, I was falling on the ground, and I heard and I was like, oh, I'm done. And that was like 3 weeks before the championship, and I still got back healthy. Got second place in the championship. Should have been first though.
Was it Muay Thai or kickboxing?
Muay Thai. Should have been first though. Second round, watch that.
What was his name?
No comment.
So what keeps you motivated to continue the sport? Because it's very hard and it's a lot of struggle. So what motivates you to keep going after losing twice and getting the silver medal? Because I know how it feels. In K1, I've only had silvers and you're the same. But me and Renzo got our first golds recently in the championship. It was after a lot of hard work against two of the best fighters I've seen.
The worst fighters ever. Worst fighters ever.
You're gonna watch this. Shout out to Pranav Mohanty and
Bottish Hyder.
that's gonna go on there. So what keeps you motivated, Renzo?
Well, there's really a lot of things that motivate me, like my family, my younger brother. Actually, he really motivates me a lot because yeah. Shout out Trainer Gay, by the way. He held pads for my brother. It's on his account. That little kid with Tiger, that's my brother.
Go tag Trainer Gay in the comments.
Trainer Gay in the comments. Anyways, my little brother really motivates me because I really want to show him like what fight life is, and I want like what's that word? Yeah, I want to be an inspiration to my brother because like I want him to be the best in the world, better than I could ever be, better than anyone could ever be. I want my brother to be the best in the world. That's one of my biggest motivations. Shout out Tia Colamelo. That's my biggest inspiration, by the way. If you know, you know. Yassine knows. He's behind the camera. Yeah, and that's basically it. Family and like for money. The hell.
Yeah, I love the money. But who would you say is your favorite fighter and in Muay Thai? Because obviously you specify in Muay Thai. There's a lot of different fields in striking. But Renzo is like a pure Muay Thai. He's one of the guys who has a proper Muay Thai stance and everything. So who's your favorite Muay Thai fighter? Who's your favorite Muay Thai fighter?
Even though he just got knocked out, I'm honestly gonna be saying Jonathan Haggerty. Beautiful striking, amazing footwork, amazing movement. One of my favorite fighters of all time. I've been watching him ever since he wasn't even in one championship. I've been glazing him for that long, and honestly, beautiful fighter. I like kickboxers too, by the way. If you want to ask that.
So what could we? Oh, maybe kickboxers. Oh yeah. So yeah.
I don't think. خلاص. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast today. I think they're supposed to say that, but I'm gonna say it. But I really enjoyed my time with Ganeev and Arjun. Best interviewers that I've ever been with. Hell no. But you know, guys, amazing, very very good. And I hope to have another podcast when I go back to Thailand. Have another fight for a championship. See you next year with my 5 golds.